How you guys doing today? I hope everything is going all right and having a blessed day in the Lord. Um, I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick about um, having the ability to say what's on your mind, to think what you want to think, to investigate and research what you want to, and to speak your opinions without big government telling you what to think and how to think. And it seems like these days, speech more than ever is under attack, which there was a reality that speech was going to be attacked like never before. So, so your speech is under attack, just like other freedoms. And I was looking at how David Chappelle has caught a lot of scrutiny just for speaking about some issues, I guess, in the transgender community or something. And he made a certain comment, and the whole Hollywood entertainment industry, left wing Karens, and politicians and whatnot gets upset about it. But you know, I guess you hear comedians out there make black jokes, that's okay. White jokes, that's okay. This joke, that joke, that's okay. But if you touch that type of subject, trans LGBT, and you just make a joke, um, or he even calls out the hypocrisy of certain things, and then oh man, now you're put on the target list. They want to have him black, bald, removed, banned. And that's just the thing. These people who say they woke aren't really woke. It's called being asleep. Same thing with Nicki Minaj, which I'm not a fan of, but because she had a question about I guess an adverse reaction that a family member or had suffered from, or something to that magnitude. You had people who came against her because of the platform she has. This is why they know she has such a big crowd reach, especially on Twitter. She has over 20 million followers, from what I understand. And so they quickly reached out to her to lecture her, correct her, let her know that she's out of bounds because there's certain hot button issues when it comes to the Abba Jabba Dabba Doo and the certain 2020 past election, when it comes to LGBT stuff like that, transgender, you cannot cross the line and share your views, give your opinions, because if you do, the God government will come down on you. And so, um, what you have now is 90,000 different school board officials who all collectively around the country wrote JB, who's in a office today there in Washington D.C., and they wrote him a letter to have him to intervene and to have the FBI, DOJ, Homeland Security, all these different entities under the government come and intervene, or to penalize different parents who come and speak out at these different Board of Education meetings. I mean, these are Karens, these are sensitive little punks that you can't even come to a Board of Education meeting because you are voicing a concern about critical race theory, known as CRT, being taught, which is racism, and different things of that nature being implemented from these um, trans, all this whatever stuff. I got to be careful what I say, because now even with Facebook and YouTube policies, they're becoming even more draconian on what you say. So they have AI bots and algorithms listening and trying to catch every little word. So there's certain hot button issues that you cannot talk about because they are the gods of speech. Big Brother has putting a foot down on social media to comply and go along with them and do what they say or else. And so, everything now. So what happened is that Biden gave the blessing to Merrick Garland, who is the Department of Justice, the AG, or the Department of Injustice, AG, to go ahead and green light to come against. He asked the FBI to investigate different situations where parents may disagree. And so, but I want to show you something here real quick. This is Lisa Haven, and this is a clip of hers, and she shows a clip from another channel here.
Take a listen.
I'm very, very concerned, and I'm sure that there are people across the country who are concerned that if they go to their local school board and say the wrong thing, that they're going to end up on some list that Merrick Garland goes after. What would you say to those people today?
I would say be afraid of your government, and that's a sad thing from someone in the government to say. But the thing is those lists already exist. For example, people in Northern Virginia that have gone to have been then sought out by the school council, by the members of the school board, and retaliated in a sort of legalistic way to try to put them on some sort of list and chill their speech by letting them know there'll be a penalty for showing up and protesting.
What Senator Rand Paul says here is very chilling. He said, look, you should be very afraid of the government. Why? First of all, they're crossing so many lines and becoming tyrannical, right? We've got a few good people in the U.S. government, still holdouts like Marjorie and Rand Paul and some others there. But he also says the reason why is because they are making lists of dissenters, those who are going against the Biden administration. But he goes on to expand a little bit more in that warning. Take a listen.
What Merrick Garland did is he's attempting to stifle dissent, and he's attempting to say, beware, or Big Brother's coming after you if you speak out against my policies or against the Biden policies.
And that is designed to shut up everyone who isn't willing to sacrifice everything that they have in order to make that argument.
So the AG is saying, shut up, shut your mouth, and do not talk against our policies. Do not talk about or talk against, in a negative way, the Biden policies. You be quiet, because we are God. And we control speech, and we control reality. You shut up, or else there will be severe penalties. That's the same thing they're doing in communist China. That's the same thing. If you dare speak against the communist regime, you will lose your rights to fly and travel and do certain things. This is why they have the social credit scoring, which they're trying to implement here, because Beijing Biden is doing the same thing that China is doing. In other words, this is why when credit professionals and specialists are saying, oh, well, if they pass this one law, then they're getting rid of TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax and going to merge it all into one. It's not for a good thing. It's because they are going against anyone who disagrees with the God called big government, lowercase g. And you dare not disagree. You dare not speak against. You dare not say the wrong things. You be a good boy, you be a good girl, and you stay in your place, or else you won't be able to do X, Y, and Z, let alone A, B, and C. So I want to show you something else. So it says AG on Reason. AG Merrick Garland tells FBI to investigate parents who yell at school officials about critical race theory. And so now, Biden gave the blessing to Merrick Garland to go ahead and to send the lapdogs at the FBI, the corrupt, crooked FBI, to go out and to investigate. This one, DeSantis says AG Garland, Attorney General Garland, weaponizing the DOJ against parents, and which is true. Weaponizing the DOJ to go against parents who dare come out to the Board of Education meetings and have a different opinion. The DOJ will target you like a domestic terrorist. Tucker Carlson blasts AG Merrick Garland over plans for FBI crackdown on parents who stand up to woke school boards to protest CRT and transgender ideology. So you think about that and you see what's going on today. You got to stand up and stand strong. And by all measures, You know, Christians, pray, seek the Lord, um, stand up to this. Don't back down. Don't bow down to this tyranny, because a government, a people that fears the government, there's freedom, and for a government that fears the people, you know, there's liberty. And so you can't allow this nonsense to carry on, and for a government to be unhinged and out of control. And if government keeps pushing this far, there will be repercussions because people will only take so much. And, you know, not only that, they're trying to come up with laws and pass laws to where if you don't have the Abba Jabba Do, that you will not be able to fly. And they're even looking to the point of where you won't even be able to travel domestically, like just from state to state to state, because they're setting up borderlines and checkpoints, even within states. They're looking at stuff like this, and it's like there's no level to their evil. So I would say just, you know, be prayerful. The Bible says watch and pray. We're not to live in fear, but, you know, be aware, and then you know, trust God, but yeah, just don't. We can't be a people who don't do nothing. If you have an issue or something that's going on in your school, you have the right to go and speak your mind. You have a right to, you know, we don't have to do it violently. We can be peacefully. We don't have to cuss nobody out, but speak the truth in love and be firm about your stance. If you don't agree with something, you don't agree with something. And so you should never be penalized or sought out as a terrorist domestically because you disagree with the satanic gods of big government. But that's all I have to say. God bless you guys. You have a good day.